Hello everybody, my name is Miss Retribution and today's video is going to be about some tips and tricks in Season 7 Ranked. Well, the first one is pretty obvious. You have to practice champions. You can be a one-trick pony, but 9 times out of 10 people are going to ban the champion that you're really good at. So you need to have a backup. So you should really practice playing whatever lane that you always play, whether it be ADC, support, jungle, whatever lane you play, just practice it. Practice all the champions, because 9 times out of 10, the champion that you really want to play is probably going to be banned, depending on how high of a win rate it has. Number 2, I know people play a whole bunch of champions that are really high in win rate, but don't do that. Don't listen to people who say play the highest win rate, okay? Because knowing me, I always ban the highest win rate. So you should play the one that's least suspected to be picked. You should also take breaks after you lose 2 to 3 times. Like if you lose 2 matches, take a break. 3 matches, take a break, because that's going to affect your mental state in the game, and that's not healthy at all. Especially whenever you get really angry or you feel really stressed when you play ranked, you should just take a break, because it's obvious that you're not in the greatest mindset to keep playing and make the correct decisions and calls. And most importantly, you're not going to be playing to your full capable strength. You need to read up on patch notes, because some of you might not find that important and boring, and you're like, God, I gotta read. Well, you should read. Especially the patch notes, because they tell you things like, I read the patch notes all the time. And when I read Season 7's, I was like, oh my god, how am I going to play ranked? There's plants now. So you should really read up on the patch notes, especially on champions when they update them, or they buff them, or they take away buffs, or they make them weaker. Especially if they did that to my Callista. It wasn't fun. Pick the 2 roles you're good at. Some of us like playing carry lanes, some of us prefer sticking to support. For me, my 2 lanes that I play really good at would be AD carry and mid lane. Now, I know that jungle, then mid, then ADC, and top, and support. That's how it goes in how high that they play. That's the high status ones that carry, and the ones that do the most damage currently. Me being, I play AD carry and mid. I always specifically pick AD carry because my sister is a killer support, and so I always pick AD carry. But whenever somebody has the role AD carry and I get mid instead, it's fine. I still can carry in that lane. I can still come bot lane, and my sister can basically give me a double kill. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Pick a good duo partner. I mean, you don't have to duo queue, whether you're bronze, challenge, or whatever. You don't have to duo. But if you really want to, you should really pick somebody you're really good at. Because my duo partner, mainly my duo partner that I have is my sister currently. I used to have a duo partner called Arrow, and he always played Jace mid. He was really good. But my best partner that I can ever do it with is my sister, because obviously we can be in sync, we live with each other, and we make great calls together. So pick a great duo partner. Don't pick some bad kid, okay? In the words of my dad, don't play with the bad kids. And then that'll make you a bad kid. Play with the good kids. Focus on playing and not chatting. Most of us lets our attitudes and our egos take a hold, and then we just end up typing the whole time instead of trying to win. You might be 0-3 bottom lane as a Caitlyn versus freaking Vayne. You need to just not flame the jungler. Don't blame anybody but yourself, okay? Because you're in control of your champion. Everybody else is a variable. So you need to focus on you. You're the only one who can carry, okay? Think of it like that. You're the only one who can carry. But don't make it go to your head like, oh, I'm the only one who can carry, and this Fiora that is 12-0 cannot carry this game for us. No, it's a team game, but I hate it when I see people, especially in games that I'm playing, they let their attitudes and their egos get a hold of them and they start just chatting more and they flame each other. And I'm sitting here with my sister and we're like, you need to focus on playing the game. You need to calm down, sir. You need to calm down. No chatting. Do not chat no matter what. Unless you're pinging, you're saying that your Lux is MIA, you don't know where she is, or if you're saying I'm on my way, something constructive if you're trying to message it instead of pinging it. Capitalize on your mistakes and learn from them. So most of us don't want to admit our mistakes in the game. I know I'm one of them. I used to be actually one of them, where I would always never realize my mistakes. And as funny as that seems, most of us do that. That's why most of us are in bronze. The highest I've ever gotten to was silver 3, and I'm trying to get out of being a low tier player, a bad kid. I don't want to be a bad kid any longer. So I'm trying to learn from my mistakes when I make them. And I always know when I make a mistake. Even my sister points it out. We point each other's mistakes out, especially in a duo partner. You guys can point out each other's mistakes, and you guys won't get mad at each other. Or you will, and that just means you and your duo partners just aren't meant to duo together because obviously you don't have a strong enough bond to take criticism, or the fact that you can't take criticism at all. But it's really important when somebody criticizes something that you've done, take it into account and actually use it. Lord knows I've made plenty of mistakes playing ranked, and my sister's told me what I've done wrong, and I realize I've done that wrong, and I actually admit my mistakes. And especially when you're trying to ban a champion, go for the ones that you've seen more recently. Say you've seen Darius 3 times in your last 4 matches. Most likely, somebody might pick Darius, so you might want to ban that champion. Or if you're trying to look for bans that are really OP, which are like Swain right now, you can ban Swain, and you'll have that ban out of the way. But I haven't seen really many Swain players, except probably I've seen 2 Swain players in the last few days that I've played on League of Legends. So I would most likely ban him. But there's other champions that are really OP and broken. Caitlyn, I guess you could count as one because of her range right now, and her damage is ridiculous. From the last Caitlyn I've seen, she did pretty good. But your bans are important, so you gotta want to think those through. You need to also remain calm. When you play ranked, don't think of it as ranked. My sister used to think of ranked as something really stressful, and for years she wouldn't touch it. She'd always stick to normals. And for me, I always thought ranked as a normal, except with points. And that's what my sister said to me. I asked her, why did you start playing ranked now? And she said, I don't think of it as a ranking system. I just think of it as a game with points. You can think of it in different lights, depending on if you have anxiety or not, depending on if you hate being yelled at. There's a mute button, and then there's just you, and it's just a game. You can think of it as just a game, but to me, I'm very competitive, so obviously it's not a game to me. But I think of it as a normal. You could think of it as a game with points, or you could think of it as a normal, and you can go ham. So comment down below what elo you are and what kind of lanes you main and what are your champions. Tell me how you're doing. This has been Miss Retribution, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.